The 2025 Spanish Grand Prix was meant to be a Red Bull redemption story. It ended in chaos, controversy, and, for one driver, Charles Leclerc, unexpected glory. A hard-fought third-place finish might seem routine, but the way it happened shook the grid. A clash with Verstappen, a strategic gamble, and a safety car twist that flipped the final laps upside down. But what really happened between Leclerc and Verstappen? Was it racing or retaliation? And what does this podium mean for Ferrari's season moving forward? Stick with us as we unpack every lap, every quote, and every decision in this deep dive into one of the most electric finishes of 2025. Let's rewind. Saturday qualifying day at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. While all eyes were on McLaren and Red Bull, Charles Leclerc made a call that would later prove decisive. He aborted his final flying lap in Q3. Why? Tires. Ferrari chose to conserve an extra fresh set for Sunday, sacrificing grid position. Leclerc would start 7th. Risky? Yes, but in his words, "We knew track position wasn't everything here, it was about being flexible." That flexibility would become crucial. The lights went out and the race was on. Leclerc held position early, staying out of trouble. Ahead of him, Verstappen challenged the McLarens, but Leclerc played it differently, conserving tires, maintaining distance, waiting for the right moment to strike. While others battled in the opening laps, Leclerc was playing the long game. Ferrari radio encouraged patience. Save the fronts, strategy that allowed flexibility for a safety car or virtual safety car. Ferrari's strategy was clear. Kimi Antonelli, running solidly in the midfield, suffers a mechanical failure. Yellow flags fly. Then the full safety car is deployed. The field bunches up, and Ferrari's gamble pays off. Leclerc has a fresh set of soft tires. Red Bull? They only have hards left for Verstappen. Leclerc pits. Verstappen pits. But while Charles comes out with grip and performance, Max exits the pits with a compound unsuited for a dash to the finish. It's a pivotal moment. Ferrari tells Charles, "Verstappen on hards. You're on softs, we go for it." The stage is set for a battle. Lap 57, the safety car comes in. Verstappen leads Charles out of the final corner, but he's sliding. The Red Bull twitches. Charles gets a run. Down the main straight, the Ferrari pulls alongside. They're wheel to wheel, then contact. Max veers slightly. Leclerc holds his line. A tap. Verstappen yells over the radio, "He just rammed into me, that's a penalty." Ferrari responds calmly, "He moved twice. You were ahead." The stewards review. No further action. Leclerc holds P3. Verstappen falls into Russell's clutches, and the day gets worse for the Red Bull star. But what did Leclerc really think about the contact? His words after the race might surprise you. Post-race, Leclerc was composed, happy but thoughtful. "The safety car helped us. Max had no tires except the hard. He was vulnerable, I took the chance." On the contact, "I don't think it was anything special. He tried to bring me onto the dirty side. I would have done the same. Once I had the upper hand, I used the slipstream." He added, "That's racing, no big problem. No gloating, just clarity." Leclerc saw an opening and went for it. And in the end, it brought him his second consecutive podium. A rare back-to-back for Ferrari in 2025. Leclerc also reflected on his race management. "We weren't expecting this result, but I knew that if I could stay out of trouble and manage my pace, opportunities might come. The car felt good in clean air, and we took our chance when it mattered most." He praised the team's call to abort a second qualifying run to preserve tire strategy. "That's what made the difference. Starting 7th didn't bother me. I knew our plan was stronger for Sunday." This isn't just Leclerc the driver. This is Leclerc the tactician. A maturing, wiser version of the Ferrari lead who isn't just fast, but calculating. If you're enjoying this in-depth coverage and want more stories straight from the paddock and pit wall, don't forget to subscribe to Fuel Up Daily. We're here every race, every lap. This wasn't just about points. This was about momentum and perception. For Ferrari, it's confirmation that the development path they've committed to is finally bearing fruit. For Leclerc, it's a reminder to the F1 world. He's not fading, he's rising. 2 podiums in a row sends a message, team principal Fred Vasseur noted. "We're not just waiting for others to fail, we're engineering our own success." In the context of the championship, these 15 points couldn't have come at a better time. It narrows the gap to second place in the constructors' standings and repositions Leclerc as a threat in the drivers' title fight. Meanwhile, Verstappen's collapse, both on and off track, is raising concerns inside Red Bull. 11 penalty points, a shrinking margin for error, and 2 races ahead where overtaking is risky and contact is common. That makes Canada a must-finish cleanly weekend, not just for points, but to avoid an automatic race ban. And it's not just Verstappen feeling the pressure. McLaren, despite strong pace, couldn't prevent Charles from stealing a podium. Their race was clean, but not sharp enough to contain Ferrari's surge. So now the grid resets, and the conversation has shifted. Coming up, will Canada be redemption for Max, or the stage where Charles Leclerc becomes a title contender again? Charles Leclerc, third place, a trophy, but more importantly, a statement. He challenged Verstappen, outplayed him on strategy, held his nerve in the heat of battle, and rose on a day where it was so easy to fall. More than just a podium, this was a turning point. For Leclerc, for Ferrari, and potentially for the entire season. As the teams fly out to Montreal, the tension ramps up. Will Verstappen stay within bounds? Will Leclerc push even harder? Can McLaren defend their lead, or will Ferrari leapfrog them when it matters most? The Spanish GP was supposed to be routine. Instead, it gave us a firework of narratives, a showdown of skills, and a reminder that in F1, nothing is ever guaranteed. So what do you think? Was it fair racing? Was Max too aggressive? Or is Charles just driving like a future champion? Hit the comments and tell us who you're backing heading into Canada. And if you love this kind of deep analysis, don't just watch. Subscribe, like, share. Tap that bell so you're always fueled up with the latest from the grid. This is Fuel Up Daily, bringing you the fiercest rivalries, the smartest strategies, and the fastest cars on the planet.